San Fernando Valley Business Journal, and it really is a pleasure to welcome you to our virtual Women's Council Awards. And as you may know, for years, the Business Journal has recognized the strength and the impact of our female business leaders throughout the Valley area. And it's always been clear that women are truly a driving force in our community. So it's our pleasure really to honor the achievements of women and the important leadership roles that they play. This event, as I was mentioning just a minute ago, this event is always so very inspirational, and I think you'll see it is again this year. So I'd like to take a moment to recognize our sponsors for their important support of this event. So a very special thank you to our presenting sponsors, Wells Fargo and Cal Communications. Our platinum sponsor is Mission Valley Bank, and our gold sponsor is Valdez and Polanski Wealth Management Group. Thank you for your partnership. We're really very, very pleased to have you. Now this year we received more than 45 nominations for awards. They were made by employees and employers, associates, friends, fellow board members, and civic leaders and the like. And I think it's important that we recognize all of the nominees it's important to recognize all of our nominees. So what I'm going to do is name them all. And of course, I have to apologize in advance to any mispronounced names. So here we go. Congratulations to Denise Bean White of Consortium Media and Public Relations, Aaron Beck of WANA Family Network, Renee Bell of MDKT BioSpa, Allison Blackman of Gish Seiden, Adriana Cruz of You Frame It Gallery, Nancy Deutsch of Sarah Labs, Deborah Donovan of Valley Village, Leslie Elkin, Elkin Realtor, Lisa Elkin of Lisa PR, Dee Feldman of Action Ad Specialties, Sherry Fleming of Valencia Acura, Teresa Friedman of California Institute of Locksmithing, Karen Gabler of Light Gabler, Andrea Gallagher of Senior Concerns, Robbie Gluckson of UCLA Health, Tracy Hernandez of BizFed, Rena Hiller of Hiller and Hiller CPA, Jennifer McLean Hiramoto and the Economic Development Team at the City of Glendale, Nicole Antonio Johnson of the Fernandino Tatavian Band of Mission Indians, Daphne Kaiserman of Bridges Academy, Christy Casper of Gish Seiden, Shane D. Kreitenberg of Kreit Mechanical, Marie Lamel of Platinum Star Public Relations, Deanna Linderholm of the Executives Association of the San Fernando Valley, Janet Mariniccio of MEND, Carol Marinello of TA Aerospace, Laura McComb of North Star Moving Company, Jill Milady of Milady Direct Marketing, Jill Millman of Born to Travel, Laurel Mintz of Elevate My Brand, Christy Mora of Native Merchant Services, Lisa Mergia of Wells Fargo Commercial Banking, Maureen O'Gara Adford of Gish Seiden, Anna Rose O'Halloran of the Antis Theater Company, Rose O'Sullivan of NAI Capital, Tara Peterson, YWCA Glendale, Laura Azzolini Regali of Illuminate, Vicki Schiff, Mosaic Real Estate Investors, Julie Sherman, Strassner Sherman, Jessica Sprague of Gish Seiden, Annie Tarasian of Dish Divi, Have Tripp of JNK Services, Elizabeth Underhill of Underhill Insurance Agency, Alexandra Von Tiergarten of Robert Half, Serena Warner of Corporate Strategies, and finally, Lisa Young of the Rescue Team. Congratulations to all of you. You're all women of accomplishment, people we are proud of, and people we're grateful for. After carefully reviewing all of the nominations, the judges had the difficult task of narrowing down this group to a single honoree in each of 8 categories. And those categories are CEO of the Year, Executive of the Year, the Volunteer of the Year, the Rising Star, the Nonprofit Leader, the Business Owner, the Business Owner of the Year, the Business Team of the Year, and finally, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, in a few moments, we'll announce the 8 honorees who will be given an award in each of those categories. But before we do that, let's just take a few moments and discuss the role of women in the workplace. So our panelists today are Luana Lindsay, the Business Marketing Segment Leader with Wells Fargo Bank, and Mary Rosito of Cal Communications. So first, thank you all for joining us, and thank you for presenting the 2020 Women's Council Awards. Thanks to your support, these awards are possible. So why don't we start with you, Luana? Tell us about your office. How do you foster a workplace that's open and accessible for women? After all, what women want and need from a workplace can be different from what men want.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for having me speak today. It's a great honor to be here with all these fabulous women. So it's always a nice experience. Being a woman and working at Wells Fargo has been a great experience for me. I have been able to foster, develop, and been very supported by Wells Fargo in my development and my career aspirations. I started out as a teller many years ago with no career aspirations, and it has just blossomed into a wonderful career. And I think you really hit something different. Women's needs are different than men's needs. A lot of women start out as a part-time teller, and when their kids go back to school or for a little extra cash or maybe to get benefits, and they will see themselves developing, hard work, getting promoted. And then others want to remain as a part-time basis. Both are extremely valuable employees to Wells Fargo, and we welcome all of the diversity and the different needs of each individual team member.
Great, yeah, so let's talk about the pandemic and its effect on the marketplace, or excuse me, on the workplace. So what kinds of resources are you providing for your employees?
Yeah, boy, oh boy, this has really, really changed our work environment.
Yeah.
I never in a million years thought that we would actually ask people to wear masks before they came into a bank, if you know what I mean. But we have been really fortunate to really offer our team members a lot of different variabilities in their work assignments. We now have expanded work from home capabilities with approximately 200,000 employees that are now able to work remotely. About 30,000 of them are in our contact centers. We've also provided support for our parents and caregivers by offering employees several new resources like caregiving services, virtual tutors, child care centers with reduced tuition rates at certain centers. And then in addition to that, we've also been able to support our team members, including 20 days of subsidized child care leave. So really trying to reach out, very proud of how we've stepped up to help our team members deal with this pandemic.
Okay, thank you, Luana. Mary, let's bring you into this. What are you seeing? What effects have the pandemic had on your workplace and on your clients' workplaces, especially for the female staffers?
Thank you, Charlie, and wonderful answers, Luana. That is amazing. You guys are doing all of that. You know, this pandemic has truly presented some unbelievable challenges for not only our team at Cal, but for our clients. And it's been truly impactful for absolutely everyone that we've encountered. You know, we're seeing tremendous blows to company cultures and leadership trajectories, as well as an urgent need for profitable action that's put a lot of pressure on kind of loyal individuals and teams. There's a lot on everybody's plate, and this is true for everyone, not just women. When I do focus on how women specifically are handling the effects of the pandemic, I see a really clear trend. Women are getting things done. I mean, sure, we might be drinking a little bit more, but we're really and we're truly doing our best to affect positive change on the world around us. Community groups, neighborhood alliances are popping up, education pods, small business networking meetings. As for the workplace, innovation and problem solving for us is at an all-time high. And I'm seeing incredibly creative and powerful solutions built by women coming from every direction. And I'm really inspired by that.
That's true. And, you know, I think you make a good point. Women are better at multitasking than men. And in this environment, with the pandemic, I think it kind of brings out that trait. You know, we all have to be multitaskers. And I do think women are doing a great job. are, what are some of the big issues facing women today in the marketplace? Are there any challenges that women have today that they may not have had in the past?
Yeah, Charlie, I'll be honest, it's extremely frustrating to me that in a lot of ways women in the workplace are still navigating the same challenges that our previous generations were dealing with. I mean, the good news is that with every generation, women are getting more vocal. I would say that the challenge there, though, is that there seems to be kind of new and disturbing ways to kind of silence those voices. 40 years ago, I think it was a little bit more, women were publicly diminished or overlooked in the workplace. And now I think there's a little bit more of a disturbing trend, which is it's happening more behind closed doors and hidden behind NDAs. So that's definitely something that I think is kind of new for right now. I think mental health is the challenge that keeps me up at night. In the past, we kind of, it was referred to as stress, and now it's a full-blown health crisis. And I think for me, as someone that struggles with anxiety on a normal basis, I'm seeing an unprecedented rise in women seeking resources and help for anxiety and substance abuse and self-harm, depression. Suicide rates are on the rise. I think for women, and this is not a time to pull back and wait for someone to find their way. I think proactive communication and care is imperative. And I see a rise in that. I see that we're talking about that more, something that we didn't see in the past. And when I think about how we can kind of move forward and solve these crises, company culture is key. A lot of us have these incredible opportunities to aggressively insist upon and pursue the identification, employment, and retention of diverse female talent. And I think that this needs to be a priority, and I see it becoming more of a priority. And I believe that if we as women unify our voices and put people above profits and encourage transparent and safe communication in the workplace, there isn't anything that we can't accomplish, and we'd all be infinitely more successful.
Okay, thank you. Well, that's really insightful. So thank you both, Luana and Mary, for your thoughts and for your insights. Really do appreciate it. Now let's get started with the awards. So this is how it's going to work. Luana, Mary, and I will announce the 8 honorees. And so if we call your name as a winner, you're welcome to speak for a minute if you'd like. You're not required to, but if you'd like to, that'd be perfectly fine. So with no further ado, let's get started. I'm pleased to announce the first award of the day, and it is for CEO of the Year. And our honoree is no stranger to the Business Journal. In the past, she's won our Trusted Advisor Award 3 times. She is Maureen O'Gara Adford. She's the managing partner of the Gish Seiden accounting firm. She is, by the way, the first female to hold that position in the company's 75-year history. Her nominator said, and I quote, she really embodies the term go-getter, and she continues to push forward the boundaries of what a conventional accounting firm can do. Maureen, might point out, was diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago, but she hardly slowed down. She once conducted a client call with an international tax team in London with an IV drip of chemo in her arm. And her nominator said, and again I quote, "As of today, she is cancer-free and is still conquering daily battles in and out of the office." Maureen, congratulations. And would you like to say anything?
For this award, I can't thank my team enough. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And I so enjoy my team, my clients, my work. I love what I do. And similar to what Mary said, we are at a very unprecedented time and a chance to really move opportunity and lift everyone up. So thank you very much to San Fernando Valley Business Journal. I am thrilled. Thank you again.
Well, congratulations again, Maureen. Thanks for your kind words. We're all really very proud. By the way, we'll be sending you and all 8 of the honorees, for that matter, an award in the mail. It's an acrylic keepsake. It's be good for your desk or for your bookcase. Our next award is for Executive of the Year, and the honoree is the Executive Director of Valley Village, Deborah Donovan. Now, Deborah is known for being a mentor. She's developed a strong team of leaders and devoted employees, many of whom have been with Valley Village for years. Valley Village, as you may know, serves those who are dealing with challenges. Deborah and her team have successfully managed the operation despite cutbacks in government funding. The nominee wrote, and I quote, the parents of those who stay at Valley Village or in their daycare are truly very fortunate to have a safe, creative place for their loved ones to go. Congratulations, Deborah. Would you like to say anything?
I'll just make a brief statement. Thank you so much. And this really is an honor, and I appreciate the nomination from Montage Insurance, which has been a great supporter of us for many years. I'm just so thankful to have been a part of Valley Village for the past 30 years. It's a wonderful organization, and I work with great people, a lot of wonderful women that have mentored me over the years, and I hope to do the same for young women coming up. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Deborah. And I must say, we're really very pleased you're there. We really need Valley Village, and it really needs your leadership. So thank you for being there. Now I'd like to invite Luana to give a couple of awards. Luana Lindsay began her career with Wells Fargo in 2000. She's the Senior Vice President and Business Segment Manager for Small Business for the Greater California South region. And in this region, Luana is responsible for the small business strategy, which supports team members and the overall customer experience for small business in nearly 400 branches. So Luana, take it away.
Thanks, Charlie. And I'll give this esteemed group of women just 2 points that I think are really relevant to women. And one of the things that we've done at Wells Fargo is we've actually developed a women's team member network. And it is one of our largest resource centers for women to get to know, to mentor, to connect, because we do know what a dynamic force women are. We have about 25,000 women that are part of this, women and men actually, that are part of this organization to really hear the different voices. And I think that in an environment where small business used to be primarily dominated by men, I think I'm a great example that, yay, the women are getting a voice and being really well heard. As well as, I know that this may be relevant to all of you out there, is the PPP loans. At Wells Fargo, we provided about 194,000 women, men, small business owners with the PPP stimulus loans. And the nice thing is about the average loan volume was about 50,000. So we really did help the small business owner, which I'm extremely proud of. So enough about Wells Fargo. Now we get into the really good stuff. And I am going to nominate or present the award for the Volunteer of the Year. And it's our honoree in that category is Marie Lamel. Marie started Platinum Star Public Relations in Glendale more than 20 years ago. And since, she has been involved in a never-ending string of community-based projects and causes. She is particularly fond of finding ways to empower women and girls to fight homelessness. She is a member of the National Association of Female Executives and National Congress of Black Women, and a National Association of Black Journalists and the Los Angeles African American Women Publicly Policy Institute, among others. Wow, that is one heck of a resume here.
I've been a big supporter of this award ceremony and all the women that attend. And of course, the first time I win, it has to be virtual. So, but it's okay. I accept, and I will continue to do what I do, and that is to empower women. Women helping women is one of the best things we can do, and it's really been a wonderful journey for me. I'm just going to do a quick plug. I wrote a chapter in a book called The Female Code. 15 women, business owners or entrepreneurs, contributed to that. And my chapter is about self-marketing and branding. And we hope to, through this book, be able to help people pivot in this time, this challenging time. But it's great to see everybody's smiling faces, and it's good that we're all safe and healthy, and we can continue to do so. So thanks once again, and thanks to Ms. Witt, who is so good at making sure that we are notified about the Women's Council and to keep us motivated. So I really thank her and thank all of you.
All right, Emery. Thank you so much. You are truly an inspiration. I am inspired just hearing your accomplishments and what you're doing. That's amazing.
Call me
So
anytime.
for our next award is for the Rising Star, and we're giving that award this year to Erin Beck. So Erin is the CEO of the WANA Family Network in Glendale. A lot of people from Glendale today. It allows parents to swap babysitting services with each other. The families can get points or credits instead of dollars for babysitting. Her business story is an interesting one. At first, she hired professional vendors, but soon realized she had a product with no long-term team. So 1 year ago, she started over. She built up an all-equity team of promising junior individuals who became the loyal team that she wanted. Since then, the WANA Family Network has acquired 3 similar operations, including one in the United Kingdom, and everyone is taking home a paycheck, which is even better. What's more, she's active in the emerging tech hub of Glendale, but with a twist. She's enlisted businesses to support a STEM program for youth during Glendale Tech Week in 2018, and started and ran Kids Startup Showcase, a kind of Shark Tank for kids. They have great ideas. That's so awesome. Since then, kid programming has grown. She is making stand out by involving young people in the celebration. Erin Beck is our Rising Star this year. Congratulations. And would you like to say a few words, Erin?
Sure. I apologize for any wind. There's a little bit of a breeze out here, but I'll speak loudly. I have to give so much thanks, like you said, actually, to the city of Glendale and fellow nominees, because when I went to the city and said, I would love to make family life a part of professional life, and I'd love to start it here in Glendale. What do you think about that? And it was Jen Hiramoto who said, yes, we would support that journey. And so WANA Family Network was really born out of this ecosystem in the San Fernando Valley that's what we're so hugely grateful for. And now, because of the wonderful things that everyone started with how women are continuing to innovate in the workplace during COVID, we're able to support workplaces stretching over almost 500,000 individuals with new workplace benefits. And it's just, one more thing that came out of the innovation and the support that this community gives. So thank you so much.
Well, that's great, and congratulations again, Erin. And it really is reassuring on behalf of the business community. It's really reassuring to see such innovation occurring in our community. So thanks again, and thank you, Luana, for a job well done. Really appreciate it. Now I'd like to introduce or reintroduce Mary Rosito. She is the founder and CEO of Cal Communications. It's a business and brand development firm. Cal Communications designs and develops and implements and publicizes what she likes to call spectacularly smart strategies that fuel businesses and organizations to unimaginable levels of success. So Mary will announce our next 2 award recipients. So Mary?
Thank you, Charlie. And it is an honor to be among all of you today. As a female founder and CEO of a firm that is 100% made up of brilliant businesswomen, I think I'm extremely passionate about finding, developing, and promoting women in all aspects of business. I'm never not in awe of how many spectacular and powerful women are located right here in the San Fernando Valley. And I'm really lucky to call a lot of you friends. Our whole team at Cal is sending all of the nominees and the winners a huge congratulations. So let's get back to the awards. Our next award is for the Not-for-Profit Leader of the Year. And our honoree is Janet Marinaccio, the president and CEO of MEND, Meet Each Need with Dignity, a Pacoima nonprofit that helps challenged people. Janet joined MEND in mid-2017 with 20 years of nonprofit experience, including with Goodwill of Southern California. And she needed all of that experience. That's because MEND was faced with accumulated debts, underperforming programs, and an audit that found substantial doubt about its ability to remain solvent. She had to quickly lead the organization through a turnaround. First, she convinced her board to sell a secondary building, but problems with the sale soon snagged the process and the buyer fell out of escrow. She had to work that deal for months to make it happen so the organization would get critical cash. Then she reviewed all programs and made some difficult decisions, including one to close its free clinic in March. On the other hand, new, more sustainable programs have begun. Importantly, the nominator wrote that now the future of MEND is bright. Ladies and gentlemen, our not-for-profit leader of the year is Janet Marinaccio. Janet, congratulations. Would you like to say a few words?
Sure, I would. Thank you so much. Wow, that was quite the nomination. We have come through a lot of really, really challenging days, but what's important to remember, I think, for the organization and as a woman leader, is that we are building on history always. You know, men's history is strong, 50 years next year, and we had to turn a corner. We turned the corner, and now we are going to, you know, create a new future that who knows what it's going to look like with COVID. COVID has taught me that leadership is not having all the answers, because God knows there was no handbook for doing this. It really was about looking to my team and knowing what their strengths are and letting them do their thing. What I was going to also say about this nomination, my fellow nominees and awardees have already said it, but we are living on the strengths and the shoulders of the women that have come before us. You know, I have had incredible mentors, friends, leaders that I've emulated, and I didn't get here without those other women. And like someone else said, I want to be here to support the next generation as well. So thank you so much for this incredible honor to the Women's Council. I didn't expect it, but I'm really grateful. So thank you so much.
Congrats, Janet. And that is just a remarkable turnaround story. Our next award is for Business Owner of the Year. And the winner is Adriana Cruz of You Frame It Gallery. The business started as a do-it-yourself frame shop in 1976. Adriana took over the family business in 1988, and since then it has evolved into a top custom frame shop in Los Angeles. To boost business, she forged relationships with the entertainment industry, and Adriana is an active member of the Set Decorators Society of America International. What's more, the shop has been honored each year since 2010 as the Reader's Choice Award for Specialty Store by the Los Angeles Daily News. Adriana is a member of several chambers of commerce, VICA, and the National Association of Professional and Executive Women. One cause near her, by the way, is Valley Village. Congratulations, Adriana Cruz. Would you like to say some words?
Oh my God, I'm in shock. Thank you. It's an honor. I never thought I would win, but wow. I love the Valley, and can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. And it's an honor, and thank you so much. And yep, I started working when I was 16 years old at the store, took over, and all I've done all my life is picture framing. And I'm very proud to be part of all these great women around me. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations again, Adriana. We're so very pleased for you. Thank you. Well done, really appreciate it. So now I'm going to announce our final two awards, and the first of those is for the Best Business Team, and the honor goes to someone who's already been mentioned earlier, and that's Jennifer McLean-Hiramoto of the City of Glendale and her Economic Development Team. Jennifer oversees the Economic Development Division, which has an emphasis, of course, on business services, attraction, and community outreach. Jennifer and her team have been instrumental in helping to develop Glendale's tech ecosystem over the last several years. They focused on downtown Glendale as a prime place for tech companies, thanks to the ability to live and work and recreate all in one walkable zone. And of course, the team has been involved in Tech Week, which last year drew 5,500 people to downtown Glendale. The nominator wrote, and I quote, "On top of all that, they've organized a monthly meetup series called Tech on Tap, where techies and entrepreneurs discuss the latest technological innovations in a social and open environment. A tech ecosystem has been built up by this team over the last several years." So congratulations to the Economic Development Team in Glendale. And Jennifer Hiramoto, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, so thank you very much on behalf of the whole team, and they're on the call today: Ani Pagosian, Sandra Rodriguez, Jackie Sales, Juan Gonzalez, Garan Kikoyan, John Bandick, Sevak Deshoyan, and Tamar Sad. Thank you to the San Fernando Business Journal, and to the leadership of our director, Philip Lansafame, our city manager, Yasmin Beers, and of course, the Glendale City Council, who has really empowered this team. Our team has really been brought together by a shared commitment to public service. And along the way, we've been fortunate to refine our work ethic with the influence of the very same startup community that we've been working with. People on the call today like Anna Quintana, Ara Aslani, and Aaron Beck, Anna Rose, and Ani Tarosian. Our team has proven to be creative and resilient, and we really do have an unmatched spirit of hustle and grit. And it has been really a point of pride to us to create a program through Glendale Tech Week and with Glendale Tech on Tap that reflects the people and the faces of Glendale and representative of all ages, as you heard from Aaron, genders and backgrounds. So the irony is this week would have been the 5th annual Glendale Tech Week, but postponed it for a few months just so that we can put all of our creative efforts in a post-COVID recovery effort for business. So that will come again, don't worry. But as we say, teamwork makes the dream work. And thank you to everyone on the call that has helped us live up to that dream. So thank you.
Well, congrats again, Jennifer. And, you know, it really is good to see the tech ecosystem kind of firming up there in Glendale. We really appreciate your work and the work of your team. And once again, we'll send you an award keepsake, as we will for all of the honorees. So congrats again. And finally, we come to our Lifetime Achievement Award. And as the name implies, this is given to the woman who's made a habit, really, of leadership and excellence over many years. And our honoree this year is Sherry Fleming of Valencia Acura. Now, when Sherry and her husband Don bought Valencia Acura in 1997, the dealership was dead last nationally in sales and in customer satisfaction. Today, it has long been one of Acura's top dealerships in sales and also among the highest ranking in customer satisfaction. And in fact, she was named the Dealer of the Year back in 2006. But Sherry is also very well known for her civic involvement. Because of her desire to help women and girls, she joined the Seroptimist International chapter in the Santa Clarita Valley more than 20 years ago, and she quickly ascended through the ranks. She became president of Seroptimist International of the Americas, which includes 19 countries. What's more, she participated in the Commission on the Status of Women at the United Nations. But she's also very involved locally, as you may know. She's chair of the Child and Family Center and is chair-elect of the Henry Mayo Newhall Hospital and was the 2-time chairwoman of the hospital's foundation board. She's been involved with the American Cancer Society, the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Santa Clarita Valley, Habitat for Humanity, and several others. Also, finally, I want to mention, and I hope Sherry doesn't mind if we point out, that she's had to overcome some health challenges as well. She was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when she was only 28 years old. She suffered a stroke more than a decade ago during an operation, and she had to learn to walk again. Sherry said, and I quote, "Challenges never define you. How you react to them and deal with them often does." We are proud to give this award to Sherry Fleming. It's our Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations, Sherry. You're most deserving. And would you like to say anything?
Of course I would. I am shocked and so honored, and thank you, Charlie. You do such an amazing job with the San Fernando Valley Business Journal and all of these amazing women that I've had the opportunity to meet through this organization. I have had some health issues over the years, but I always try to deal with it like it's the neighbor next door playing drums at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you know, wake up in the morning and think about what it is that I can accomplish that day. I love volunteering in my community. I've had the opportunity to have many leadership positions, which, you know, you learn every time you are involved with something else. I'm very proud of our dealership and the team that we have there. Most of them have been with us like 20 years, which is very unusual in the car industry. And one of the most difficult things I think we've ever been through is when COVID hit, because none of us were prepared for that. And our sales department had to shut down. We were non-essential, but our service department could stay open. But we had just gotten the safer at home message and everyone was afraid to come out. So I was thinking, is this really how I'm going to go out of business? And then thank God for PPP loans, because that was the breath of fresh air that allowed me to bring back employees that I had to let go. And that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do over the past 23 years. And, you know, we learned to work cleaner. I mean, my dealership is clean as can be. It smells good when you walk in there. So I think we've learned things that we probably should have been doing for a long time. And, you know, working as a team is what makes everyone successful. And I'm just so very grateful, and thank you to Teresa Todd and for her nomination. She's our publicity person, and I know she's been honored for Volunteer of the Year as well. And I'm shocked, I'm honored. You have made my day. You have made my year. This is the highlight of 2020 for me. So thank you all from the very bottom of my heart.
Well, thank you, Sherry. You know, you've kind of pulled off an amazing trifecta. You've been a great success in business and in civic involvement and in your personal life as well. So we really all admire you, and we're very grateful for your leadership and for your significant involvement over the years. Well, those are our awardees for 2020. As I said, as I said at the outset, it is they do have some really inspirational stories, and we're grateful for that. I'd like to thank our sponsors once more for their ongoing partnership and support. Our presenting sponsors, Wells Fargo and Cal Communications, our platinum sponsor, Mission Valley Bank, and our gold sponsor, the Valdez and Polanski Wealth Management Group. Thank you all for your help and your support. Also, I want to thank all of our nominators. Sherry just mentioned hers, and they invested a lot of time and a lot of brain power into their nominations, and they really turned in some great, thoughtful nominations. So congrats to our nominators for all of their work. Thank you very much. And really all of our honorees, all of the nominees, all 40 some of the nominees could have won an award. They all had great stories, and there really is a powerful group. Finally, just a reminder that you can read more about all of today's winners in the September 28th issue of the San Fernando Valley Business Journal. So please be sure to pick that up. It really is our honor to host such an inspirational event to celebrate the outstanding women throughout the Valley area. So thank you all for joining us this morning. We look forward to hosting you again next year. Let's hope we can meet in person next year. Tell you what, we're going to leave this link open for a few more minutes. So if any of you want to talk amongst yourselves, please do. I'll bow out so that you can talk freely. But thank you again, and wonderful day. Thank you.
Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, Luana and Mary. Thank you for your work and your help.
Oh, thank you. Congratulations,
Thank you.
everybody. You guys
Yeah.
are so inspiring. Congrats.
Super excited. And Erin, I want to talk to you about childcare for my employees. I've been hoping for something like that. I was going to hire an individual, but I like that idea a lot. So I have put in my information in your website. So I think it's
fantastic. I think I got that email already.
You do? Oh, good. It's just supporting women supporting women, you know, and I have employees that bring their children in here and they're all doing their exercises, and I go in and exercise with them, and they're just so cute, you know, but you know, it's been tough on women. So I'm really proud of everyone, just so proud of everyone and all their efforts. Women are strong.
I put my email address too in the chat, so if you wanted to reach out direct, I'm there.
Cool. Okay.
You guys
good.
are all incredible. What an amazing thing to be a part of, and just thank you for all of your support that you give to each other, because it really makes all the difference.
All right.
Everyone, I'm so proud to be a part of these esteemed women, and it's such an honor. And I hope I get to know all of you more at some point in time. I do know a few of you on this call, and Jill, Milady, and Teresa, thank you. From Point of View Communications, you helped develop the friendship dealership concept, and I think that is what has earned our success. So thank you, and thank everyone for your leadership and all that you do.
Thanks, everybody. This has been such an honor to be a part of this, to hear all of your stories. What an incredible force women are.
Yes.
And Sherry, I share your sentiment that I'm sorry we didn't get to all meet in person and get to shake each other's hands or wave from a distance. But next year, and maybe in between, and somebody had put in the chat, you know, people have been exchanging emails. I'm hoping that maybe we could get a list or ask people if they're willing to share their emails and see if the Women's Council could just send us a list. Because I would love to be able to do that. That would be wonderful.
We need to support each other. That would be great.
Yeah.
Woohoo, women, we do it all. We run the house, we run the business, all with a smile.
That's right.
That's right.
And Marie Lamel, I'd love to know the name of your book again, if you could repeat that.
The Female Code. The Female Code. And if everybody doesn't mind, I'd like to follow up, and I'll just mention that again, because I think it's so important that we share and transfer our knowledge to others, to upcoming women entrepreneurs, and so yes, I will. The Female Code is what it's called, and it should be out. It should have been out this month, but I will send out a press release for you guys to determine if you want to explore that.
Perfect.
All of you, my name is Mary.
Thanks for asking.
I'm a CPA and advisor in the Valley, and my goal is to help women build. I'm in my later years, so now I need to mentor and help women build. And so feel free to call me or email me, no charge. I'm a business
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For 44 years, I've been in the Valley for 8 years. I mean, so it's been a long time. So
thanks, Mary.
What we can do to really help each other build, they have the boys club. Yeah, we need to have a girls club.
Got everything.
Got
Love that.
Because they go to work and go home. We go to work and go home and stay home. And the children and everything to do. So our plate is fuller. So we need to share secrets on how we do it, how we survive, how have we done it. Now the children are home, schooling from home, and we still have a job to do. And so mine are grown, so I'm lucky in that way. But we can share little secrets on how did you do it? How did you manage this? What did you do here? What did you do here? And be an encourager. Somebody to call when you're really having a difficulty and say, hey, and we will listen. And we listen more than the men.
Okay.
We're actually doing a blog right now on the joys and challenges of women. So I want to stay in touch with you guys too and hear your story. And we're just sending it out to other folks, over 2,000 people that we know. And just love to share your story, Mary, and all of you.
Because together with our stories, we encourage each other and we help each other build, and we get tools and little pointers on how to do better. And that's the goal.
And we could do some of that. Was it Maureen that talked about drinking wine?
Yeah.
We could do a happy hour.
No, we do tea. We can have a happy hour and drink some green tea.
I know. Well, we'll have to tell Charlie he's going to have to organize it,
Yeah.
I just did one last night with CSQ magazine, and it was great. It was super good. It was on gratitude. It was really good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Good.
Oh, I like that.
Little sessions and then came back. It was nicely done. So
I love that.
That's great.
Let's do it.
Thank you, women, for doing your part, for holding up the mantle and giving the younger ladies something to look up to and take it away for the younger ladies. Thank you for all you do.
So much.
God bless.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations. Bye, everyone.
Congratulations.
Stay safe and well between the fires and COVID.
Yes.
Everybody Keep it together.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.